Hello and welcome to this special news update video from the Richmond Light Railway. This time focusing on the restoration progress of Hunslet number 705, Elin. Since the last video, work has progressed on two main fronts, the final assembly of the rolling chassis and the boiler. The valve gear has had a thorough and comprehensive review. Over 3 days, Ted Folds from the Vale of Rydal Railway has accurately set the valve timing. When initially trialled, the left-hand valve ports were opening, but the right-hand front port was not, so we're not sure what it sounded or moved like when it last steamed. We hope that the time here was well spent, and the performance will reflect the skill and effort put into the job. Final touching up of paint in inaccessible places, the fitting of lubricator wicks and oil pots are some of the few remaining tasks to be completed in this area. The new couplings have now been fitted. These have been modified to be compatible with the RLR standard whilst retaining the original quarry features. A lot of time, care, attention and paint has been applied to the saddle tank to bring it up to a finish befitting the rest of the restoration effort. Seen here is part of the process of applying a fresh layer of gloss paint over a previous coat that has been rubbed down with 1200 grit. The side sheets and rear fence, which were painted during the first COVID lockdown, have been extracted from storage and also rubbed down prior to lining and final varnishing. Work on the boiler has continued with a successful hydraulic test, and preparations for the first full steam test have been underway, including the installation and setting of the safety valves, fitting of the refurbished backhead injector, test cocks and gauge glass. The first real fire and subsequent steam test of the boiler is one of two restoration landmarks in this video. This is the first time the boiler has been in steam with this configuration of shortened firebox, which puts it closer to the dimensions of the original Hunslet design. Nothing, however, can disguise it's not quite as Hunslet originally intended, and the scars of its modification from a previous destiny as a portable still show. After the successful steam test, workers moved on to trial fitting pipework for the second side injector and the support work for the new cladding. With the previous cladding being beyond reuse, new sheets have been cut and rolled to suit the new shape. A new ashpan has been designed and fabricated to fit in the restricted space below the firebox. You can see here the new cladding fitted in place with the finishing details applied. The cladding was painted in situ using sprayed 2-pack paint, which has provided an amazing finish to the new sheets. The new brass turret shroud can be seen mounted for a trial fitment. With the boiler now back in the frame, the back head is painted with a final coat of heatproof paint and the pressure gauge fitted. With the tank and side sheets fitted and some in-depth research on the correct lining style and colours, the distinctive Penrhyn lining has now been hand applied by Adam Meredith. The new steam injector valves have been fitted, ready for pipework to be assembled to feed the blower and the side injector. The original displacement lubricator has also been mounted back in its original position on the saddle tank. Final preparations and adjustments are being made here to the main steam pipes, in preparation for the next major milestone in Elin's return to steam. And lastly, for the first time in well over 20 years, Elin moves again. The team at the Richmond Light Railway is delighted to have passed this major step and is looking forward to the steam trials in the coming weeks. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel and our Facebook page for further updates on the journey of Elin's return to steam at the Richmond Light Railway.